Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Thoughts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host, Danjo, here with a brand new series for you guys. It is Xenogears here on Retro Classics. Hope you guys are all doing so well today because, oh, yes, brand new series time. And yeah, just so you guys know, that was quick. Why? Okay. It goes back into the loop regardless of what you do in the menu. That's kind of strange. Um, we'll get to that here in a minute. It's just the intro that they're gonna play and stuff. But yeah, this is an absolute gem. Uh, one of the best I've heard JRPGs of all time. It's pretty frequently on that list. Um, PS1 had so many bangers, like so many. And this is actually one of the ones I've never beaten before. I've had access to this game for a long, long time, and I've started it probably like 20 times, and just every time something else has come up, and it's gone back on the back burner. But no longer. We're finally doing this, going through the entire thing. As per usual with retro games I'm not familiar with, I'm going to avoid using any kind of walkthrough or guide or anything. This is going to be a blind playthrough essentially. And I guess as long as I keep swapping between menu things, it's not going to go to the intro. Okay. But yes, I did some research and some recording testings, and because I was curious about what the best way to capture this one would be, and I landed on this. So, as far as the audiovisual side of things, I hope you guys enjoy. I do have one of the things I we can get into that in a minute. But yeah, this game does have like FMVs, which I think showed on the RC samples episode of this. Pretty sure. And yeah, let's get into it. I'll get into the nitty gritty here in a bit, but we're gonna start a new game, of course. And for the most part, I'm just gonna be completely silent for the cutscenes. Um, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and the first and last. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. Hope you guys enjoy this, and game audio is going to be a little bit louder. So
This is an emergency. Level 1 alert.
Omega 1 restarting. Alpha 1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha 1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing FakeNet. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain!
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega 1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha 1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061. The main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine. See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate. Evacuate. Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in a calm and orderly fashion.
Hell yeah. I love anime cutscenes. So much. Oh, right. The continent of Ignis, in the northern hemisphere of our world. On this, the largest continent, a war has been raging between two countries for hundreds of years. In the north of the continent lies the Kislev Empire. In the south lies the desert kingdom of Va. The war has gone on for so long that the people have forgotten the cause, knowing only the pointless circle of hostility and tragedy. The chronic war obsession was soon to encounter a devastating change. This was due to the ethos, an institution that preserves our world's culture, repairing tools and weapons excavated from the ruins of an ancient civilization. At once, both countries excavated these ruins, and had the Ethos repair the discoveries in order to increase their military power. The various weapons excavated from the ruins greatly changed the form of warfare. The outcome of the battles between the two countries was no longer determined by man-to-man combat, but by gears, giant humanoid fighting machines that were obtained from deep within the ruins. Eventually, after continuous swings in the state of the war, Kislev gained the upper hand. The major factor behind this lay in the enormous difference in the amount of resources buried within their ruins. But suddenly, a mysterious military force appeared in the continent of Ignis, called Gebler. This force decided to make contact with the Va. With the assistance of this Gebler military force, Ava was able to recover from being hopelessly outnumbered to being back on an even standing with Kislev. Then, taking further advantage of its newly gained momentum, Ava started to capture one territory after another from Kislev, showing no indication of slowing down in their invasion campaign. The remote village of Lahan, in the outskirts of Ava, near the border of something. Couldn't quite read that. This is where it all begins. Wait, did I... Oh. Oh, great, we have dialogue. Huh. Huh. Damn you! Classic Squaresoft. Like, there's a battle now. Yeah! Punch, punch. That one's down. What on earth are you? No matter how often I knock you down, you still get up. Damn you, Chumbawamba! Faye, stop! You must not fight here! Boy, are you persistent. Roundhouse punch. Damn it. How come? Why'd it have to come to this? They gonna do like 1 month ago, or no? Just a ominous transition. Ah, dude. Phew, that about does it. Alright, now for a short break. Alright, so yeah, we're in it, guys. So this is Xenogears, and immediately, you guys probably notice, it's a little different from how Squaresoft has handled like JRPGs on the PS1. And like just on my end, not turning it down like in the capture. Yeah, because like kind of same goes for actually like Capcom and Namco and stuff like that for their PS1 games. Xenogears was pretty stark departure because like the areas are fully modeled like 3D assets, but the characters are still like sprites. And there are still sprites, like as you may notice, like the pottery on the tables and stuff like that, they're not actually rotating, they're just like, at least I don't think they are. Oh wait, maybe they are. Anyway, it's a little hard to tell, but it's an interesting mix of like 3D assets and 2D assets. So you guys may be wondering, well, hey Danjo, why didn't you use like the like HD upscaling thing for like that you can do with like PS1 games? I tried that, and it sometimes looks good, but the thing is, when using those kind of features, it doesn't affect the 2D assets. And like the game is already being upscaled, obviously that's like a display output upscale. But the type of upscale I mentioned would be an internal upscale. So the internal resolution is what it does. So yeah, it will make like 3D assets look a little bit cleaner by essentially, yeah, just like doubling the internal resolution of those, but it doesn't affect 2D assets at all. So there would be, it looks a little jarring because yes, certain things would be clearer, like the stool, the toolbox over here, the like paintings, but then a lot of things would still be at the same base PS1 resolution. So it just kind of messed with the art style a little bit. So instead of doing that, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do 1:1 pixel aspect ratio as I do sometimes, as I usually do. Because that's how the game is supposed to be displayed. And then we'll just do an even integer upscale for the output resolution. And just do clean pixels, like no like bilinear filtering or anything like that. So this is just completely raw, exactly how the game is designed, basically. And it still looks really, really good, in my opinion. But like, in comparison to the game that came out after this from Squaresoft, Final Fantasy IX, still one of my favorite games of all time. They used high-resolution pre-rendered backgrounds, and then for the character models used 3D assets. So kind of the exact opposite of this game, where they use sprites for characters and then 3D backgrounds. So it's kind of interesting, but the upside of that obviously is you can actually rotate the camera and stuff. So it's yeah, Faye's actually a pretty good artist, actually. Like, I wonder who actually made this art for the game. I mean, this was late 90s Squaresoft, so they had some incredible artists, like, on staff. So, you know, it's probably some of them. But I wonder how some of these would look, like, in their original, like, before they were, like, compressed and put into the game and everything. But yeah, so, oh, the story from earlier that I was gonna mention. Took your hidden money? 200G from under the bed? Oh, dang, I didn't know about that. Okay, no, we're good. So, yeah, I actually, because this was a game that this was actually one of my first purchases, I think, when I got, what was it, my Vita, I think, or my PS3, because, like, in those stores, that store is actually still open, so, I think it was like $10 on PSN to get the PS1 Classics version of this. Of course we're gonna check freaking barrels and stuff. Are you kidding me? Storage room that doesn't have curative items. I think that's what Aquasol does. Items. Restores 50 HP. Yeah, okay. Ally. Oh, ally single? Is that what it means? Probably. So I don't think that's actually how that sound effect is supposed to sound. And I tried various things to, like, get that more accurate, but the main difference is, like, honestly, I don't even have my PlayStation 3, like, hooked up most of the time. It was, like, on a shelf, you know, in, like, kind of my, like, my storage cabinet for some of the gaming stuff, like, I want to keep on hand, but I don't necessarily use frequently enough. So, yeah, I actually took out the PS3 and cleaned it up and, you know, hooked it back up, powered it on for the first time in, like, over a year, I want to say. Oh yeah, the other thing, this game has a jump button, and hitboxes are actually, like, pretty accurate, like, for a PS1 game, like, and they're like, oh, okay, so this is why all kinds of things are 3D, so you can actually, because this was a problem in a lot of older JRPGs, is, like, if I wanted to check this dresser, like, once she's here, like, I'm stuck. But you can just jump out of the way, and then, boom, you're not stuck. So that's pretty handy. Some of the other, like, some of the older Final Fantasy games, for example, how they dealt with that is, like, if you kept, like, walking or running, like, into an NPC that was blocking you, you would eventually just, like, clip through them, because it's not really important or maybe even intentional. It's just kind of, you know, how the game is, you know? But yeah, so I cleaned up the PS3 and powered it back on for the first time in like a year, and I mean, Xenogears was already installed because a while back I upgraded my PS3 to have an SSD instead of like the old mechanical hard drive that probably was on its way out anyway. And I was like, I want solid state storage, so I don't have to worry about it. And I can just like install everything that I have on my PS3. Because I think my old mechanical hard drive was only like, what was it, like 40 gigs? It was something tiny like that, like SATA 1, yeah, like 40 gigabytes. So I was like, put a 250 on here. And yeah, I was able to install everything that I've ever had on my PS3. Except for a few things which I don't think I'd ever go back to play on that platform. Like, for example, like Skyrim and Dark Souls 2, stuff like that. But yeah, after booting up Xenogears and like testing it and stuff, the PS3 emulation on that is not perfect by any means. Like, it's fine, I guess. But like, it sounded muddy and like the music wasn't playing correctly. And like, I don't know, because there's no like settings aside from like screen smoothing, which is just bilinear filtering, and like the aspect ratio, which there is no native aspect ratio option. It's only 4:3 or stretch it to the whole screen, which I'm like, it's not even 1:1, which like, I think this game actually is 4:3 though. I'm not sure, it's slightly different, but when you go for a 1:1 PAR or pixel aspect ratio, it basically ensures that you're using square pixels for everything and it's not stretching. So various consoles had different, and not just consoles, but various games, even for the same console, will have like different native pixel aspect ratios. And sometimes they'll be designed with that 4:3 stretching in mind for old CRTs and stuff. Sometimes they were not. It just depends on the game. But for the most part, I prefer just the native 1:1 pixel aspect ratio for most games. But yeah, so, but visually, it was fine. Like, the biggest difference on like trying Xenogears on like a couple different, platforms and stuff, the biggest difference was the audio. And then I was like listening back, and like I was watching the footage and stuff from like recording of all these different platforms, and this was the one that sounded the best by far. They all looked roughly the same, but as long as it played pretty much perfectly, like on a visual standpoint, and there wasn't like too many hiccups, and as long as it was stable, I was like, yeah, better, way better. But yeah, I was kind of surprised that the audio, especially for the music, was so different on the PS3. Like, it just did not play right. Like, you couldn't hear like certain tracks. I mean, not the audio tracks, but you couldn't hear certain like instrumentation. And it was super strange. Like, I don't know why it was like that. And here's why that is so freaking important to me. The soundtrack for this game, as you may have already assumed I was gonna, you know, as the kids these days say, it fucking slaps. Like, it is so good. Like, I was shocked that most of the tracks, like, that I've heard from this game in the... How far did I get in my testing? Like, the first hour and a half? I'd never heard before. And they all just blew me away. So, anyway, let's talk to some NPCs. Hello, Faye. You're looking well today. My, how time flies. Why, it has already been 3 years since you came to our village. When they first saw you brought in all bloody and soaken. Soaken? Is that a word? Okay. To tell you the truth, they didn't think you were gonna make it. And that strange masked man who carried you here that day. Do you think that maybe he was your real father? Don't you remember anything? Why, they say you had terrible nightmares and constantly called out for your father. Just like in this cutscene / flashback. Is that the same sound effect they use for the rain in Final Fantasy Tactics? Who is it? I don't know who the hell is talking. Okay, Chief Lee. Who are you? What? You want me to look after this boy? That's okay. That's the entirety of the flashback. Alright. It's like, yeah, did we need a whole flashback for that? Probably not. But now you're so healthy and strong. It's all thanks to our village chief Lee. My, should you be grateful? I'm grateful. Jeez. You mean thinks I'm not grateful? Come on. Alright. So, I guess this is where Faye lives? They got another huge ass painting right there, or picture, or something. I mean, they have robots, they have to have photography. Well, actually not necessarily, because they did say the Gundam things were excavated from ruins. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much they understand technology. Actually, let's take a look around the kitchen. They have maybe an oven? But like, got a full fire going. Like, is that for the furnace for the house or something? Oh, barrels. Barrels. Wait. Huh? Oh yeah, and you can just like walk around while talking to people. It's kind of strange. Very different for like a JRPG kind of approach. I'm going to guess... You know, Faye, I'm sure that our village chief thinks of you as his own grandson. Not having any family for all those years and living on his own for oh so long. That's why he cares so very dearly about you. Please, never do anything that would break his poor old heart. You promise me that, Faye? Do you promise me? It's like, yeah? Good, now get the fuck out of my kitchen. Trash can? No? You guys aren't throwing away any elixirs or anything, you know, that I can run around and grab, maybe take for my journey that's inevitably gonna start happening pretty soon. Oh, this is Lee. Oh, and you can rotate the camera during conversation? Wait, I knew that. I just did that a minute ago. Hold on. I think I already knew that. Oh, it's you, Faye. We're in the middle of discussing Timothy and Alice's wedding arrangements. Hey, why don't you bring a girlfriend or two home once in a while? You know, one for you, one for me. Just because you... a girlfriend or two. Just because you live with an old man like me doesn't mean you have to hold back now, you hear? I love hearing the wet, slappy sounds between these walls. Why, when I was as young as you are, seemed like every day I would just... Well, never mind. I was constantly cranking it. Now we still have important things to discuss, so don't get in the way now. Alright. Alice's uncle? Oh, okay, I could see that. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. Tomorrow, our little Alice is going to become someone's wife. I knew this day would come. This is the worst part of bringing up a little girl. So she was raised by her aunt and uncle, I guess? Timothy's father. Oh, the groom. Gotcha. Hello there, Faye. For Timothy's a really lucky boy to be able to marry such a beautiful girl like Alice. I hope you come up with some embarrassing tales to tell in your speech. Alright. Yeah. Are those... Oh. Oh, you're just anime jacked. Okay. Like from this angle, it kinda looks like he's wearing like a push-up top and he's got like huge ass titties. I mean, they're pecs. Yeah. Yeah, he's jacked. Alright. That's fair. Alright. Yo, hey there, Faye. Sorry for all us using your house like this. But we have to talk about the big day tomorrow with the village chief. Yeah, tomorrow, huh? Your wedding with Alice. Now that's a big day. Should I really use this for Faye's voice for the whole time? Like... should I go with something a little, I don't know, more default? Easier? Hold on. Let me... Yeah, tomorrow, huh? Wedding with Alice. Now that's a big day. Could just be a little bit like that, you know. Like, that's nothing crazy, right? Or... Yeah, Yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of how he strikes me, you know? That's kind of typically how I voice things, just like... I don't want to do just like my voice, you know, because it's like... I want it obvious, like when it's Faye talking, when it's like me talking, kind of a thing, you know? Yeah, yeah, tomorrow, huh? I don't know. It's kind of how he strikes me. Yeah, tomorrow, huh? Your wedding with Alice. Oh, that's a big day. Yeah, right. But it still doesn't hit me hit me as reality, though. Hey, Timothy. I just want to thank both you and Alice. You're the only ones who could stop this crazy world from spinning. 3 years ago, I woke up in this village without a trace of my memory. I didn't know who I was, where I'd been, or what I'd been doing up until that day. I couldn't recall a single thing. Wait, in the flashback, didn't they show the guy who left Faye at the village? It looked like he was holding a baby? Is that not what that was? Okay. Alright. I mean, look how I've grown. Right? He's just looking down at his crotch. Yeah, I've grown alright. Anyway, despite that, you and Alice sympathized with me and encouraged me to go on. The two of you hadn't been there for me. I don't know what would have become of me. Holy shit. Timothy, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Now you and Alice had better live happily ever after. Huh. Put it, will you? Yeah. You have to go and get all mushy on me. Anyway, to me it feels like I've always been friends with you ever since we were kids, even though it's only been 3 years. And we will go on being friends forever, right? Of course. Oh yeah, Faye, could you stop by and check on Alice? I still have stuff to discuss with my old man and the village chief, but I'm sure she'll be glad to have some company. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Anyway, I'll see you later. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the ceremony tomorrow. Alright, that was a longer conversation than I thought it would be, honestly. Like, I've played through this part before. Like I said, I've played like the first hour of this game like several times in this past like week or at least a week. And I never talked to Timothy or actually most of these NPCs, but
So there you are. Faye, I have to talk to you about something.
why, hello there, Dan. You're lively today, as you are every day. Dan, don't be so rude. What's this barging in and all?
Timothy's here too. What out, Timothy? Till you marry my sister, you have nothing to do with me at all. I just have some business here with my friend Faye. So anyway, Faye, I have something to talk to you about later.
What is it, Dan? Sounds serious.
Yeah, that's why I can't talk about it here. There's a certain person listening in who could cause us trouble. It's really important. We gotta talk seriously, one-on-one, man-to-man. I'll be hanging around outside, so I'll see you there later, okay? Be seeing you, Timothy. Take care of yourself until tomorrow. Yeah.
Wait, did he just flip me off? Huh.
What's up with him?
As of tomorrow, I'm gonna be that kid's brother-in-law. In case you skipped talking to me and you didn't catch all that. Huh. That part isn't going to be no honeymoon.
Ha, joke's on you, that's a double negative. That means that part is gonna be a honeymoon.
Shut the fuck up. He's just... it's this guy with like amnesia and they took him in and he's like super grateful. But he's also going around and correcting everybody's grammar. It's just... Whoa, a cow of the bovine variety. Oh, I'm just contemplating what I should plant next. It's a lot of work just trying to raise crops. Oh, sorry, I thought we were done. But it's an excellent feeling, Faye.
In this great open land, new life emerges. I'm not saying we're doing it. But if you want, I could tell people we're doing it. Okay, I was like, where are you going with this, dude? It's just the earth, rain and sun combining together to nurture these striving new lives. We're just helping them out. Pumpkinberry, apple, lily, radish, they all seem good. Are we done now? What are you still doing here? Did you think about my offer? Alright. Haha. Platforming. Birds are great. They can fly so high in the sky and go wherever they want to. Just like those two birds. You know, Faye, Mom was saying that you might have... Oh. Mom was saying that you might have come from a faraway place. If you were a bird, you could fly back to your real home anytime you wanted. And then your family would be like, wow, it's a bird. And they wouldn't know it was you. And they'd be like, no, it's me, Faye. But you couldn't talk because you're a bird. Anyway. He's just standing there looking at like long silence. We got signs. Mountain path ahead, beware of HP gobbling hobgobs. Those wishing to see the doctor on the mountaintop should proceed with courage and conviction. Ooh, courage and conviction. What is... can I... Oh, I can read the signs on buildings. I didn't know that. The Hans General Store. You want it? We've got it. Maybe. That is a fantastic sign for a store. You want it? We got it. Probably. This is the general store, although they don't have much of a selection. Then again, we're out in the country, so we can't complain too much. Lately, my legs have gotten weaker. It's causing me a great deal of trouble. I would like to go and have Dr. Izuki take a look and see if he can help me. But it's a tremendous task to go up that mountain path to visit the doctor. Must be getting old. Yeah, it's almost as if they don't want many patients, so they purposefully... up there... Maybe. Oh, you guys got pipes. You guys got so many pipes. Including this one that kind of is very poorly placed at head level. Just because ours is getting married doesn't mean you have to be sad. Way? It's just Faye. There's no... Alright, whatever. When I get bigger, I'll be your bride. There's also no... Okay, whatever. Will you wait for me? Sorry, I can't. So you won't? The kid... Again, there's no consonant there. You could just say don't. D-O-W and apostrophe. Whatever. So you don't care what happens to me, Faye? You're so cold-hearted. See, they did it right there. Don't talk to me. Well, you're tiny and your grammar sucks. Sorry, that's kind of important. It's kind of a big deal. Is there an... You running the shop? Oh, hi Faye, welcome. Big day's finally approaching, huh? Alice and Timothy's wedding is tomorrow. Hey, how about getting them a stamina drink of courage and love? Why would I do that for newly... Come on, you gotta give them a present here. We're the only shop in town, you know?
that's what you recommend. You guys don't even sell that. How are you gonna sell me something you guys don't have? Thanks again. Also, they should have just had that as an option. Like stamina drink of whatever the fuck she said. But it costs like 5,000 credits or something. Oh, is this the kid? The giant forehead? And the opinions? I think so. Oh. There's a back door. Fancy. Is that an axe for chopping? Can I take that with me? No? Okay. Is this the same sign? Mountain path ahead, beware of H. Yeah. So this is the store. Oh, okay. I already did it. Already did a circle. Okay. There's the farm. So that's the building I came from. Also, I don't know why there's a compass on the bottom of the screen. Like, it's not... Why does it matter? I don't know, maybe it'll come into play at some point?
This is the village consultant's house. He can teach you all kinds of things. Before you step outside our village, it might be wise to stop by here for some advice first.
I will definitely take you guys up on that. I don't know shit about this game, aside from a few basic things. What is this place? The Laughing Fox and Piglet Tavern. Drunks welcome. Nice. That is also a really good name for a tavern. Shit, brah. Such a good name. This village has it all figured out, man. No? Oh wait, so that's all the buildings? They have the tavern. Kids clipping into each other. What building is this? Wait, what building is this? Oh, village consultant. Right. Can't talk to me if I'm way over here. Okay, then face house. Okay, face house, general store, tavern. I'm pretty sure this is Alice's house. So what is this house? Also, can I talk to you?
Oh, Faye, maybe you can help. You seen Dan?
It's probably around here somewhere, getting up to his usual mischief.
Alice was saying she needed him for something. How could a brat like him possibly be related to Alice?
Brother. Exactly. He's her brother. Oh, you're doing laundry. Or drying laundry, I guess.
Oh, hello there, Faye. Come to think of it, it's already been quite a while since you first came to our village. Take it you still don't remember anything prior to your coming here, though? Must be terrible not knowing your true identity and all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being rude. Please don't take it the wrong way.
Is there other stuff, like, behind the buildings? Oh, they're drying the same laundry. I mean, there's the guy at the farm, but... Just trying to check all the bases. Behind the tavern? Leaving... Hey, what are you doing? This is a cutscene? What? I mean, it's controlling the camera and everything. How could Alice go and get married into that musclehead Timothy? I loved her since I was a baby. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to live? Random villager goes Super Saiyan. Life can be so unfair. Aren't you like 5 or some shit? I mean, you know. Guess. Okay, so we're supposed to go in there because Timothy was like, hey, could you go something, Alice, whatever. It's more interpretive than anything. Let's see, we are... I don't think these guys have anything for us. Okay, we are a little bit over on time, guys. This is a new series, so... I could... We could make these episodes a little long by default, but here on Retro Classics I try to keep it to 40 minutes at most. So we'll use that as a baseline, like 35, 45, somewhere in there. I figured this first episode would go a little bit longer, just because I wanted to go over a few things of like how I'm going to be doing this series, what I tried before, you know, establishing some of the deals, plus we had the intro cutscene, which I knew would take a little bit, and then the intro narrative. So yeah, I had a feeling all that would take like a pretty good chunk. But yeah, I think that is gonna do it for today. So yeah, thank you all for being here, guys. Greatly appreciate it. On the next episode, we'll continue exploring the town. We need to talk to Dan, who's in front of the tavern. We need to talk to Alice. I'm going to try to talk to a few more villagers and see what's up. And we'll go to the consultant's house, I believe. And probably get a few, like, tutorial kind of things. I would imagine. Probably, right? So, also another thing that's kind of weird about this game. Square is to pull up the menu. Really strange. Like, especially for this era, like a lot of, at least even just like Squaresoft RPGs, is triangle for start, you know? This might be the first one I've played where square is the menu. So I just wanted to point that out. It's a little strange, a little bit weird. But yeah, that's what we're going to do on the next one. So once again, guys, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, the amazing people who make it possible, Navalis Draconis, Aaron Schick, WTF Corey, and Rogue XOX. Thank you so much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership. Vastly helps out, very much appreciate it. And if you guys are unfamiliar with YouTube handles, that is why WTF Corey and Rogue XOX have an @ in front of their screen name. They have channels of their own that are fantastic. Definitely go check them out when you get a minute. YouTube handles also make URLs a little bit easier, like quite a bit easier actually, because you can just go to youtube.com/@ and then the rest of the handle, and it'll take you straight there. So Yeah, membership tiers here start at $3 a month. It's only 10 cents a day. Gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series that get made here on the channel via the Members' Choice polls. It's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days, so 25% of the time we do have one going. And that is how all of the current series and most of the previous ones were selected. Excuse me. And yeah, we will have one coming up for September at some point. It's looking like it's going to be towards the end of December or September. Not exactly sure when. It's just an estimation, because this is an estimation of future announcements from the past. So if you guys want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, totally get it. The bell doesn't work for me either. But there's 3 other ways you guys can stay up to date. The community tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, or the Discord. Why was that a question? Or the Discord. I always post on all 3 whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one of those works for you, you can stay up to date. And links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner, but that is going to do it for today. So, thank you all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope you all have a beautiful day.